Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am Anna, and today we are doing a kind of sultry tangerine makeup look. I'm thinking night out, like a concert, something kind of fun where you can play with makeup and do something a little bit more crazy and outside the box and have a good time with it. Yeah, I'm thinking like just like kind of like a festival vibe a little bit, you know, just one of summer nights kind of things. Or maybe it's just a night out with the girls and you guys are going to like a rooftop bar or something fun, hanging out on a patio at your favorite restaurant, and you want to look super glam and have a good time. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking just some kind of outdoor event for summer nights. So we focused on long wear with our complexion, kind of heat, humidity proof, and yeah, a nice glossy lip that's pretty easy to maintain, and a very dramatic eye. And for this look, we used the Bloom palette from Natasha Denona, a fun liquid blush from MAC, and a beautiful, beautiful gloss stick from Estee Lauder. The gloss stick from Estee Lauder was really the inspiration behind the look because it's called Melted Tangerine. And I was like, I gotta build a look around that, and I want something kind of toasty, dramatic, warm, and summery. I want to keep things kind of in a monochromatic theme. So if you want to see how I got this look, just go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know down below if you want to see some more looks like this using the Bloom palette from Natasha Denona. I definitely am going to be doing something with this reddish shade here. I'm thinking kind of a blood orange vibe. I got an idea brewing in my little brain. The brain cells, the two that are up there, they're trying to connect and come up with an idea there. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and just get into this makeup look and have a good time. Okay, so we're gonna be doing our tangerine look today. I've already primed my eyes and put on my brows, so we can just jump right in. Now I'm thinking kind of a glam, a little dramatic look for today, and we're going to use the Natasha Denona Bloom palette to create this look. And I also have come up with another look I want to do with this palette called blood orange. That's coming, but we're going to do tangerine today. So I'm thinking we're going to go in with this shade called Brick, this one right here called Lush, a little bit of Keen, maybe some of Fluorescence and Crisp, and yeah, we're keeping it super duper warm. And I'm gonna do a look with this color, don't worry, that's coming. That's what I'm thinking of. I think that will be something moving more into the fall season. And I also have a MAC blush that I think is gonna look really pretty with this. This is one of their new strobe beam blushes, and this is in the shade Apricot Jelly, but it feels like the right kind of color. And the lip is called Melted Tangerine, and this is from Estee Lauder. It's one of their melted lips. I'm going to start with a fluffy brush. We'll start in our little transition area, as I like to do, and we're going to go straight in with Keen, our nice peachy color right there. So pick up a little bit of this, and I come right above my crease with this shade and come up and out. I'm gonna take a little bit of Petal. I'm gonna bring that just under the brow bone. Just kind of get a nice soft fade right there. This is Petal right here. I guess we will go right on into Brick. I'm gonna use, let's go jump down to let's do an E27 here. And we're gonna start right here on the outer corner. And then I will diffuse up and out. And work that into a previous shade. And just build that up. That's so pretty. Just building that up and blending it out. Pulling towards the tail of my brow with it, towards the temple. Alright, I'm gonna get a bit more of a concentrated brush here, a little smaller. Take this one. This is a Morphe M124. I'm gonna really get in there in the outer corner. Pat that in there. Pack that in there. Okay. Previous brush. Soften the edges. Alright, now I'm going to take a little bit of that on the inner corner. And just come like this. Still coming towards the temple. But leaving a blank spot right here. And so I'm going to kind of go to diagonal. Alright, and then I'll go back to my previous brush, my E27, soften up. I'm going to take this liner from Boom Beauty. This is their brown liner, and it's a really warm, light-ish kind of brown, very reddish brown. I'm going to take some of this. Right here, along the upper lash line. Into the tight line. And I'm not being super precise or anything. I'm gonna kind of smoke this out a little. So I'm gonna go back to my Sigma brush, or my Morphe brush. And I'm just gonna soften that liner. A little bit more my brick shade. Just gonna do a little painting and playing for a minute. Now I'm gonna take an angled brush, just for the most control initially here, and we're gonna take the shade called Bark, which is our deepest brown in the palette. And I want to take that over where we applied the liner. I'm gonna buff a little bit of that up here on the outer corner. Now I'm going back to the flat brush I was using. I'm gonna take a little bit of brick on it and just deepen up right here. Maybe a little more brick in with that. Okay, now on the center of the lid, we're gonna take this gorgeous shade called Lush, which is kind of dual chromatic. It has a bit of pink in it, a little bit of peach, a little bit of gold, kind of shifty shade. This one right here. We're gonna put that one on the center of the lid in this kind of blank spot we got going. Just pat that on. Oh yeah. And I'm going to take some of that on my flat brush and make sure it's just kind of has a nice flow. just let it merge up above the crease a bit. Get back in here with my brown liner. And do just a little finessing here with bark. Alright, I'm going to grab a Q-tip and tidy up my shape just a little bit. And on my Q-tip is a little bit of some e.l.f. putty primer. We'll soften things up as we go here. But I think that looks good for now. We're gonna jump over to the complexion and then we'll return to the eyes, because that's just the weird order that I do things in. Now for the skin, I'm gonna do a little bit of some Lumi Glotion. We're gonna go in with the shade Medium, which is a little bit deeper on me. It's gonna give me a little warmth, and I'm gonna blend this down onto my neck so it doesn't look too out of place. I need a little more toastiness going on because I'm super pale as usual and I want to look a little more summery. So that's what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna apply this with my foundation brush. It's just, to me, it's easier that way. So I'm taking an e.l.f. dual complexion brush and I'm just gonna work a little bit into the brush here. And buff it on. And it's gonna give us a nice little bit of glow, a little bit of warmth that's gonna peep through the foundation. Now we're gonna take some of the Urban Decay Face Bond for our foundation, because this is a wonderful one for summertime and warmer months. It locks in and wears beautifully. So same brush, still has a little bit of that Lumi Glotion in there. Gonna work some of this into the brush. And we're going to do a little light application. I'm not going to apply this super heavy full coverage. This is a very adjustable foundation coverage wise. Like you can sheer it out really well, which I think that's what we're going to go for today. A little bit more sheer. Keeping the skin a little bit on the fresher side, and then having the big kind of bold eye look. But this is going to be really long wearing. So if you're going out to like a concert or something, you know, something fun, night out, this is going to be able to last. Now I'm going to do a little bronzer. I'm going to use the Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer in Hey Honey. We're going to warm up at the perimeter of the face and do a little touch of sculpting, mostly warming up. You know, make it look like we see some sunshine. All right, back to the foundation brush and just make sure everything is blended in. We're going to go in with this MAC Strobe Beam Liquid Blush in Apricot Jelly. This is such a pretty, just like a burnt tangerine color. It's so pretty. Well, I guess apricot color. So what I'm going to do is put some on the back of my hand and work off of that. And we're going to use the same little bronzer brush. I'm just going to clean it off. This is a dual cream powder face brush, and this has a little bit of glow in it. Oh yeah, very pretty. Now, I know it looks a little heavy, or it probably does look a little heavy, but that's okay because we're doing our concealer after this. So I'm not worried about being a little bit heavy-handed right now. I'm actually gonna put a little bit onto the forehead and chin. Now we're gonna go in with our concealer and brighten up everything and take down if there's like too much blush, contour or something, or if there's too much blush, bronze, whatever, they'll get taken care of in this step when we go in and do our concealing. So we'll hit the under eye, the T-zone, anywhere we want to brighten and lift, pull forward. I'm going to use the Double Wear Stay in Place concealer from Estee Lauder. Small amount, you don't need much of this one. She's pretty pigmented. I'm going to start here. And start blending that out. Here we go. Okay. Do a little bit of powder to set. I'm taking by Terry, and while I'm doing this, I'm also gonna be softening up these edges a little bit, just kind of inherently by going around with this brush with my powder. So things will get a little bit softer and less harsh on the eye area. See, I'm just gonna do this. And it just kind of helps with the blend and makes things look a little more polished. It just makes everything look really airbrushed. So if you think something's looking a little harsh, a little bit of translucent powder fixes it. And I'm going to set around the rest of the face with the same powder. Particularly T-zone with a sponge, just to really get that nice and locked in. We can jump back to the eyes. I'm going to go to the lower lash line and go in with a little bit of that liner, wherever it might have ran off to. And then we'll jump over back to our palette and let's take Bark. I'm going to take that on that same little flat-ish Morphe brush. And I'm going to make sure it's on like one side of the brush, and I have cleaned this brush off. And the side that it's on is going to be facing up. And I'm going to come right under here. And we're just going to buff that along. All right, grab a little bit of Brick. Same technique. And just kind of come out a little more, a little bit lower. Have a nice orangey haze. I like the way Brick looks under there. So just a combo of Brick and Bark. Alright, and you know what? I'm going to take a little bit of Crisp. We're going to put some of that right here. On the inner corner. For a fun little glow. Now I'm gonna touch up my brows. Something weird's going on with this one. I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna sort that out real quick, and we're gonna pop on some mascara. So I'll see you in just a second for lips and final look. BRB. They are back. Brows been touched up. Mascara is on. For mascara, I have the Maybelline Colossal Bubble mascara on today, and yeah, it brings you up to speed. There's a hair. Okay. So for lips, first thing, I'm gonna line them with Cork from MAC because it's just, I don't know what to do without this lip liner, I guess. I don't know. It seems like I use it constantly. Line them with this. Alright, that just gives a little shape and structure. I'm just gonna kind of soften that up a little so it's not like too harsh or anything. Now we're gonna take Melted Tangerine from Estee Lauder. This is one of the Pure Color Melt On Gloss Sticks. And these click up. I mean, this was kind of inspiration for the look, this lip. Alright, and that is our Glam Tangerine Night Out makeup look. What do you guys think? I love the way it came out. It's so dramatic, it's so fun, it's so summer nights. This is the kind of makeup I would wear if I were going to like a nighttime concert, event, something like that, that's just kind of a little more fun, that you could be a little more crazy with the makeup and expressive and just have a good time. You're just some kind of fun little summer night event. This is the look I would go for that. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. You want to see some more looks with Bloom palette? I got you covered. They are coming. We're going to be doing a blood orange look, I think, with this palette as well. And I have done some looks already on the channel. You can just search, there's a little search bar up here if you go to the home page of my channel, and you can type in Bloom palette and the looks will come up. And I'll try to remember to link some in the corner here if you're interested. So yeah, anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today and creating this look and just sitting there playing and painting because it's fun, and it's what I love to do, is just sit here, have a good time, paint, and create a look. Yeah, all right, I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Bye now.